going on, my super sandwiches? Ramsa here, and today we are synced together, fusion style, fusion. You didn't connect it right. We could have like fused together and been all wrong stuff. Here's a question: if me and her fused, will we be a guy or a girl? Ooh.
A girl, because you're really girly.
But what? I'm not. But if you guys remember when Elder Kai fused with that witch. Many ages ago, he did end up becoming a guy still. So I don't know how it actually gets decided if he comes. Doesn't matter. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about episode 60 of Dragon Ball Super. Episode 60, where we actually get the identity revealed, sort of. So a couple episodes ago, we had an episode called Black's Identity Revealed, where they didn't reveal anything. It was a bait and switch. This time, we got an identity.
Do you know what bait and switch is?
Yeah, it's like when
it's
they
a political term.
It's where they bait you into thinking one thing, but they switch it up, and that's not the actual case. In that situation, we all thought we were gonna find who Black was, and then we didn't. And this time, we kind of found out who Black was, but still not really. Most of the episode was spent basically explaining how the timelines worked, which we already knew. I feel like Toei just did that because they wanted to kill time, fill it. So when we get to the actual important part, they can end on a cliffhanger because that's what Dragon Ball Super has been doing for a long time now. So to kind of review everything, Black is Zamasu. Who called it?
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
You're supposed to say you did.
You did.
So what happened is, so this is the part where it's confusing. Obviously, last week we had Hawkeye. We had Beerus destroy Zamasu in the past, which is incredible, by the way. It felt so satisfying because he just needed to go. Girl.
Hi.
He needed to go. And for some reason, Beerus was convinced that was going to affect the future and everything was going to change for the better. However, the problem is, if that would have been the case, then Trunks would have just disappeared and the future would have been fixed. On top of that, last time we had the whole time travel thing, nothing happened in the future. The androids were stopped in the past, so when we went to the future, they were still there. So basically, Trunks had to do his thing, destroy them all, and then basically rebuild. That didn't happen. What happened is well, obviously when we went back into the future, they were still there. So the first half of the episode is literally just spent explaining how time travel works and it's just Beerus sitting there getting angry the whole time, which is hilarious, by the way. Getting angry about how, just stomping everything. About how, don't defy me, I'm a god, I know what I'm talking about. It's been fixed, time traveling, timelines, all that stuff works different with the gods. Which also now makes it kind of sad because they try to get Beerus to come to the future, but he was like, no, if a god travels, it could screw up the timelines, yada yada.
Which he's been wrong, so I wonder what would actually happen.
Yeah, but I'm kind of hoping to see Beerus come into the future and maybe fight these guys. And I feel like because of how they said that, how this is the second time they refused to go to the future, they didn't. I feel like it's not gonna happen at some point in the future. So the final fight, whenever we get to that point, it's going to be decided between Trunks, Goku, Vegeta versus Zamasu and Black, or I guess I should say Zamasu squared. Zamasu.
That's
so
hilarious.
You're so funny.
You're so hilarious.
So basically the first half of the episode literally is just spent eating and then explaining how time travel works, which is we already knew. Food. Why does anime food always look so good?
Ugh, they just make it look amazing.
Every single time. Yeah, like I'm thinking right now I'm salivating.
I'm so hungry now.
I know, right? We should get some food after this. But finally when they get to the future, Zamasu reveals, well, first of all, Goku's like, I know your plan. You use the Super Dragon Balls to become invincible and then to create a fake me, which Zamasu shut him up and he was like, nah, this is your body, bro. Nah. Apparently Zamasu, I don't know which timeline Zamasu this is, because it's obviously multiple Zamasus. There could be even more than they are right now. Because I mean, a while ago, one of my theories is what if Zamasu went through the timelines, basically built up an army of Zamasu, and then now he's destroying, humans across time, which is kind of possible, because in this situation we had 3 in the series so far. We had the past one, which was obviously killed by Beerus last week. We have the future one, which is Black, and then we have the future one, which is the immortal one. So there could be many more Zamasus yet to be revealed, which we'll have to wait later throughout the next couple weeks to see.
You know what though? I would have to wonder how many timelines there even are. Because if no one travels through time, shouldn't it just be one timeline until someone actually creates another one?
I don't know, to be honest.
That's what I think. I don't think there's actually that many timelines unless you create them yourself.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like if
Zamasu would have to figure out that he could create those timelines.
Which he already did, because when he got the ring, he's able to jump, whenever he wants to into the future. Now he's not creating new timelines, because I guess if you go into the past is when he create another timeline. But what he could do is he could keep jumping to the future, into the future, into the future, into the future, into the future, finding himself like, hey, yo, I'm gonna need you to go do this because humans are assholes. Take him out. So there could be very many Zamasus yet to be revealed. I feel like we're gonna get a cooler moment or a meta cooler moment at some point in the future, where it's just basically gonna be many of them. So that's probably when you need to get the Omni King involved to stop it. But as far as right now, Black is Zamasu. At some point, he wished to have Goku's body. They switched bodies. He killed the Goku that was inside Zamasu's body, and they basically started his plan of killing all the humans. And then another Zamasu asked for immortality. So that's where we're at with the story right now. And the reason why it was kind of a bait and switch is because the episode was titled Goku Black's Identity Revealed, and that's all we got.
Which they did.
They kind of did, but they didn't tell us anything else, because next week is when we get the actual plan. I believe next week's episode is called the Zero Mortals Plan, something like that, which will probably fully detail actually what happened and how everything is kind of coming together, how Zamasu is just kind of a dick and he just wants to kill everybody. See, now the thing that bugs me...
Everything's so boring, though. If he killed everyone, he'd have nothing left to do.
Yeah, like, what are you gonna do? It's like, yeah, peace. Just gonna go ahead and make some...
I can't stand these stupid villains in everything. It's like, oh, I want to dominate the world, but it's like, then what?
And then what? Yeah, what are you gonna do then? You know, I think that's a
bored
good...
as hell.
Yeah, that's a good question. All right, okay, listen. I'm gonna put you guys in the mind of a serial killer. Pretend you're Zamasu right now, and your plan succeeds. What do you do then? No, seriously, what do you do?
What do you do?
What do you do? I don't know what I would do. Like, I mean, I guess I would just...
Self-destruct because you're so freaking bored.
On top of that, he's immortal, so he's literally gonna be living forever just being bored. Unless he, like, figure out his own way of, I don't know, creating a universe of just Zamasu.
That's also really boring.
It's really boring. Hey, Zamasu, what you doing? No, hanging out with Zamasu this weekend? Oh, okay. I'm gonna hit up Zamasu so we can see what we can all do together.
You know what I think? I think that when these villains succeed, which they never do, but if they were to succeed, they would just create another problem to fix.
It would.
Because you will never be satisfied. Let that be a lesson to you folks out there.
Who are potential villains.
Who are potential villains. Or whatever you do. You will never be satisfied, and that's a good thing. You don't want to be satisfied.
Yeah, put it this way. Right now, Zamasu, if his plans go to plans, or if his plans succeed... plans go to plans. If his plans succeed, then he has nothing to do. Like, you don't even have Xenoverse 2 coming out in that universe. What do? You just sit there.
What do you do?
You literally just sit there and exist, and that's all you can do. So, I don't know. Next week is when it's going to get interesting, though, because next week we have the actual fight, and based on the episode titles that already leaked, they weren't like completely detailed titles, so there's not really much to talk about, but I do know it's going to be some fighting involved. So we're back to like the action again. I'm curious to know how this time is going to be different, because
I know, because not that much time has passed for like their physical bodies.
And last time they got absolutely destroyed. First, let me discuss something. There's a portion in the episode where Trunks resuscitates Mai using a senzu bean. He eats a senzu bean and basically throws it up in her mouth, which is kind of gross. Which would have been funny if she would have thrown up like, that's gross. Can you not spit in my mouth? Goku says, you put your mouth against hers, and Vegeta's like, you're married. And apparently Goku's never kissed Chi-Chi. So now I'm curious to know.
Yet they made 2 babies.
How does that even work?
If he doesn't know how to use his mouth, how would he know how to use anything else?
I just want to know how that works now. Because like, Goku's an idiot as is, and I'm pretty sure the first time they did it, we're gonna get a little R-rated here for a second. The first time they did it, that must have been really weird for Goku, like, oh, what are you doing? It's so slippery. Okay, let's stop.
Okay.
Now it's kind of weird.
That's weird.
Point is we find out more that Goku's an idiot, so there's that. But I just kind of want to toss it out.
I almost want to believe that Chi-Chi like did something in his sleep.
Oh gosh. We're not even gonna go there. This is getting too weird. Next week we got the actual action aspect of it, and I'm curious to know how it's going to go. Because I mean, literally like a day ago they went into the future and they got destroyed. Like Zamasu and Black are like the ultimate team, and that's because it's 2 Zamasus. Like they know each other better than anybody. So teaming up together is like very easy for both of them. But even to take out Black, what do they do about Zamasu? Because Zamasu technically should be similar on the same level as Black, but he's immortal. So what do you do there? And I'm really hoping that it doesn't come down to the Omni King to kind of like be the deciding factor of how the timeline is saved. Like, oh yeah, I'm here. You're not immortal anymore. In fact, you're banished. You're banished. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and destroy Universe 7 altogether. Like, I'm hoping that doesn't happen. Like, I want this fight to actually end the way it's meant to happen. Is this by first of all, Trunks needs to kill Black because you gotta get the revenge, and then maybe Goku and Vegeta, one or the other, or even both, come together to fight Zamasu. Actually, even better, the ultimate ending that I want to see is a fight of fusion. If Zamasu and Black fuse together, first of all, what happened? Because Zamasu is immortal. Will that make
How
Black?
do you fuse with yourself?
Well, they both had a Potera on their left ears.
Yeah.
So if one of them switches it, they're gonna fuse. So the question is do they become immortal because one is immortal? And then if that happens, what would Goku and Vegeta do? Because they don't have Potera on them, so they would have to do the dance. So would Gogeta become a canon thing officially? So there's like so many ways the story can go right now. Like we know that obviously Goku, Black, and Zamasu are gonna get stopped because that's how it always works. The villains always lose, as you said. But the question is how is it going to get executed to a point where it's exciting and amazing and very unexpected? Well, at the same time, we do kind of want to expect fusion, but at the same time, I feel like it could be very unexpected. So like that's what I want to know, how it's going to go in that direction. And if they do it right, this arc can continue to be just absolute greatness. Because so far it's been great. Loving it. So I guess in the comment section below, if you made it this far, I want you to basically hashtag banana because it's random and funny. And people reading the comments will be like, why is everybody hashtagging banana? 2, I want you to also answer the question, how do you want this arc to end? Fusion, not fusion. Do you want Trunks to kill Black? Do you want Goku to kill Black? Do you want Zamasu to kill someone? Whatever direction you want this path to go. If you were the writer, if you were Toriyama right now, how would you want it to end? Drop that down below. But for now, we shall wait for next week to see what the actual plan was, how everything was executed, how many possible Zamasus there are out there, and what's going to happen next. Like the thing is the one thing I'm just still kind of afraid about is how is it going to be any different? Because literally Vegeta, Goku, Trunks got destroyed last episode, and now or 2 episodes ago, and now they're back, and it's supposed to be any different.
I feel like they need to get clever.
They do. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But for now, I guess drop your predictions down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed today's review, if you're hyping the series up, and I guess we'll see you in the next review 1 week from today. Actually, you know what? Also this weekend we have some closed beta stuff happening with Xenoverse 2, so keep an eye out for that as well. But other than that, let us know your thoughts, and we'll see you guys next week for episode 61 of Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah.